This is the 11:12 regional train from Brindisi to Bari. First stop out of Brindisi, obviously built by the Normans. The sea is over there somewhere.
Yes, that's Ostuni. That's really somewhere I ought to have stopped at, but I'm rather eager to get to Bari as soon as possible because I'm not quite sure yet how I'm going to get to my hotel, and these things I like to know. I've booked a hotel near the first suburban station out of Bari towards the west.
So we're in Cisternino station now. There's a man getting some hay in there or something.
Now Cisternino is another place I would like to have stopped at, really, ideally speaking. So this station to the west of Bari, because it will be convenient for travel by train, but also a good place to hire a car if I want to, and there are certain places I want to travel to which can only be reached by car, and it's at this point when things start to go wrong. This is when you need a pale into camera, but unfortunately when things go wrong you don't seem to have the time for a pale into camera, not having 30 BBC staff of all Land Rovers to back me up.
Anyway, here we are in Bari.
So briefly, the situation is that the hotel is not near the suburban railway station, or even really in the suburb. It is on an industrial estate. It is impossible to get here by train or bus. I have even been warned not to try walking out onto the road. I had to get a taxi here, and that is the only way out. I had been thinking of hiring a car from this out-of-town centre location, but it looks as if I will have to hire a car now to get anywhere. So much for booking my hotel via one of these internet holiday experts, Expletive or something it was called, instead of booking it directly myself after I had found out the facts.
Oh, I'm right up the creek now, on the 6th floor to be exact. No buses, no trains. Bari is somewhere in the distance. Another view from my window. Looks like it's raining over there.
And this is a shot of me sat in my hotel room doing a piece to camera. Things like that. Right, so I've done a deal with the man at this hotel. I'll stay in his hotel 3 nights and hire a car from his friend for 2 days if he'll help me book a reasonable hotel near the railway station in Bari.
Right, it's now Thursday, 9th of June, as far as I know. I'm now waiting for my car, which I'm going to drive out onto this road. And come along here till I find an exit. It's going towards Bari, do an inversione at the next exit and come back down this way towards Castel del Monte. Who is this Michael Palin anyway? A bit of an amateur. All those BBC staff to back him up.
Right, we're now heading hopefully to Castel del Monte, having come down the SS98, which is now changed to the SP231. We'll find out. Looks as though all the road numbers on this photocopy of a map have changed. This is the SP231, which was the SS170. Well, as I read these signs, there's a speed limit of 50 kilometres an hour here. I'm doing 70. It feels like I'm crawling. I've got this knows what he's doing. I think perhaps these signs mean a minimum speed of 50. I've got it wrong somewhere. This is one of those circular stone buildings you see all over the place. Said to be for sheltering shepherds. Well, must have got a lot of shepherds around here. Now, while we're stopped, we'll have a look at the car they palmed me off with. It's actually a Smart 4.4. It was quite a nice little car. Well, after being stopped by the police and told to go back 300 odd yards to the car park, from which there is a shuttle bus, which as I approach I can see is ready to leave. If you are quick, he says, in Italian of course. I don't even know how to lock the car. It sounds like the boys are here again to me. It's very nice. And also nicer because one gets in free, being an old age pensioner. The castle was built by Emperor Frederick around 1240. He generally built 8-sided castles and towers. The castle has 2 stages with 8 rooms on each floor. It doesn't seem designed for living because of the small high windows. It's not a good defensive castle. There are no ramparts, no arrow slits or defensive gates. It has been heavily restored, of course, especially on the outside. I hope my car's still there when I get back. I think this must be the lavatorial area. I don't know whether I've been all round this annulus and come back here, or is this another one? This was bought by the government sometime last century, before which the local bandits had stripped out all the marble and anything else worth anything. Now then, is this the exit? Or does that mean closed or something? I don't think I'm ever going to get out of here. I mean, is this the exit? Or I've got, don't want to walk around 300 steps to find the gate closed at the bottom. Lots of people just gone down, so I reckon that must give them a minute to get down. So it would be something like that. And now that. Wouldn't mind just walking all around it up there, but so windy, can't hardly stand up. Anyway, I'm now back in the car. It was still here. Managed to unlock it. Let's see if I can start it in a minute after doing one of these pieces to camera sat in the car. Where to go now? Well, it's like being on top of the pillar. I'm hoping to find Melfi eventually. Right, I'm parked in Spinazzola now. Better be careful. Well, I spotted a sign to Venosa, so I'm following that to be on the safe side. Might be able to get to Melfi from there. A sign advising of ice ahead. Yes, we're on our way to Melfi, but we'll take in Venosa on the way. Venosa was an important town in Roman days. It's the birthplace of Horace, and nearby there's an uncompleted Benedictine monastery which I didn't find. That was begun in the 1050s and is the resting place of Robert Guiscard and his brothers William, Drogo and Humphrey. Melfi's probably on that hill over there. Looks a good defensive position. So this is Venosa, the birthplace of Horace. The castle, Frederick. And even public toilets, Mr. Livingston. It's more than we can say for London. And the war memorials around here all say 1915 to 1918.
Now 1:30 and fairly quiet around. And there you are, there's the castle and an aerial view.
On Castel del Monte, many theories have been developed about what Frederick built it for, usually along the lines of it having a secret message built into its design. But we must get off now to Melfi.